All right, today we're diving into a really revolutionary idea in health. The idea that trillions of tiny microbes living inside your gut have this powerful, direct line to your metabolic well being. So let's just get right into it. For decades, the whole conversation around weight and metabolism has been super simple, right? Calories in, calories out. But what if that's only like half the story? What if there's this hidden, incredibly powerful force at play that influences everything from how we store fat to our risk for chronic diseases? While the latest research is pointing to a brand new suspect, or maybe I should say a whole ecosystem of suspects that live right inside of us, we're talking about the deep, deep connection between our gut and this state of chronic low-grade inflammation that might just be the real culprit behind so many of our metabolic problems. So it's time to completely rethink the gut. I mean, forget seeing it as just some simple plumbing. It's actually more like a bustling grand central station, this communication hub that's constantly talking to your immune system, your hormones, even your brain. What happens in the gut absolutely does not stay in the gut. Okay, so let's take a little journey inward and actually meet these microscopic residents who have such a massive impact on our health. So inside you, right this second, are trillions, and I mean trillions of microorganisms, mostly bacteria. That's your gut microbiome. And to put that number in perspective for you, they actually outnumber your own human cells. Now, this isn't some kind of invasion, it's a partnership. And these little microbes are absolutely essential for our survival. And what are they actually doing all day? Well, think of them as your own personal workforce with a pretty critical job description. They are super busy breaking down complex carbs that our bodies can't handle. They are manufacturing essential vitamins for us, training our immune system, and, this is a big one, maintaining the very wall of our intestine. But what happens when this really finely tuned ecosystem gets knocked out of balance? That state has a name. It's called dysbiosis. The best way to think about it is like a healthy, diverse rainforest being totally replaced by just a few hardy, invasive weeds. And this disruption? This is the villain of our story. It sets the stage for inflammation and all sorts of metabolic issues. And we're not talking about a minor problem here. This quote really gets to the heart of it. That sort of smoldering, low-grade inflammation that's being driven by gut dysbiosis, it's now seen as a key factor in some of the biggest health challenges we face. So the bottom line is this: an unhealthy gut can lead to a chronically inflamed body. So how on earth does a problem that starts in the gut end up creating chaos throughout your entire body? Well, it all starts when its protective barrier begins to break down. I want you to imagine the lining of your intestine as a really smart, really secure bouncer at a club. Its main job is to let all the good stuff, the nutrients from your food, pass through into your bloodstream while keeping all the bad stuff, like toxins and unwanted bacteria, safely contained inside. But when that gut barrier gets compromised, and that often happens because of dysbiosis, that security is breached. Suddenly, bacterial toxins can leak into your bloodstream where they absolutely do not belong. Your immune system spots these intruders and sounds the alarm, launching a full-on attack. And when this starts happening over and over and over again, you end up in a state of chronic body-wide inflammation. This contrast really shows you the two different paths you can go down. On one side, you have a healthy gut that's actively working for you. It's producing anti-inflammatory compounds, it's helping your body use sugar efficiently. But on the other side, a dysbiotic gut does the exact opposite. It fuels inflammation, it contributes to insulin resistance, and get this, it can even make you extract more calories from the very same food. How wild is that? Okay, now I know this might all sound a little grim, but here comes the most important part of this whole explainer. You are not just a passive victim in this story. You actually have the power to change the environment inside you. That's right. Your microbiome isn't set in stone. It is highly, highly adaptable, and it responds directly to the choices you make every single day. And this is just incredibly empowering because it means you can actively start to cultivate a healthier inner ecosystem. So, how do you do it? Well, the game plan is surprisingly straightforward. You basically want to feed the good microbes with tons of fiber from all kinds of plants. You can bring in reinforcements with fermented foods like yogurt or kimchi. And just as important, you need to stop feeding the bad guys by cutting back on ultra-processed junk and high-sugar foods. And let's just focus on fiber for a quick second, because it is the real MVP here. When your good gut bacteria get to feast on fiber, they produce these amazing compounds called short-chain fatty acids. These things are absolute superstars. They strengthen your gut barrier and they actively fight inflammation all throughout your body. Of course, it's not just about food. Your lifestyle plays a huge role too. We know that regular exercise can actually boost the diversity of your gut microbes. And on the flip side, chronic stress and not getting enough sleep, that can wreak havoc on your inner ecosystem and undo a lot of your hard work with diet. This whole field is just moving at an incredible speed. And it's taking us from this general advice to some incredibly specific, personalized strategies. We are right on the cusp of a brand new era in medicine, an era where your unique microbial profile could become just as important as your cholesterol levels or your blood pressure. The goal is to get way beyond one-size-fits-all advice. And the future looks amazing. I mean, just imagine getting dietary advice tailored specifically to what your personal gut microbes need to thrive, or doctors prescribing specific strains of probiotics like medicine. This stuff isn't science fiction. These are active areas of research happening right now. So, as we wrap all this up, this is the one final thought I really want to leave you with. Considering everything we now know about this gut inflammation axis and its profound effect on our health, we really have to ask ourselves, when it comes to preventing chronic disease, is our fork actually the most powerful tool we have?